I don't even know what to say.
I just wanted some sauce on those zingers.
All right, everybody, welcome to the show. I hope you're having an awesome day. Kind of a quick, important announcement. I'm moving a lot of my live stream content, minus gaming, Phil, and laughing at QVC, over to Twitch. Commentary, talking about other content creators, politics, all of that is going to be over on Twitch. So make sure if you follow me to follow me over on Twitch. Following me is free. I'll have a link to that below in the description. Also, starting in July, I'll be streaming on Kick as well. And no, I'm not kidding, in the next 48 hours, I'm going to have a video on my ASMR channel called Tech25 ASMR. And this Sunday, I'm going to be doing a benchmark stream over on Twitch of my homemade Steam machine. Actually, it is homemade. I don't know why I put air quotes, but that'll be interesting too, because it has basically the same GPU as a Steam machine, and that is the only bottleneck in the PC. So you will see real performance of what the Steam machine will be capable of if you're a lunatic and actually still buy it at $1,050. Anyway, links to everything I mentioned below in the description and top pin comment. Now we're done with the shameless plugs. All right, so before I go into the Xbox Series console price increase again, I wanted to go into how everything is becoming unaffordable, because like I have been saying, they want you to be beholden to all of these tech companies with subscription services. They hate that you own stuff in your home. They can make more money off of you if they have you paying a monthly fee for the rest of your lives. But anyway, we'll get more into that later, maybe. PS5. What did the PS5 launch at? It actually launched at $499, the standard with the disc. Now that's going for $650. The PS5 Digital Edition. You could find it sometimes refurbished for $399, but that launched in 2020 at $399. Now it is up to $600. PS5 Pro, launched in late 2024 for $700, is now $900 US, which is insane. Oh yeah, real quick before I go into the Steam machine, the Switch 2 by September 1st is getting a $50 price increase to $500. But what makes the PS5 Pro now a bargain is that the Steam machine, the very base model, is going for $1,050 and has 4 times less storage than the PlayStation 5 Pro. That has 2 terabytes. This has 512 gigabytes. And not going into the rest of the specs, but the PS5 Pro, graphics-wise, GPU-wise, across the friggin' board-wise, maybe not in the CPU department, absolutely wipes the floor with the Steam machine. It's not even close, and you could get it cheaper, even with how much the price has increased with the PS5 Pro. This is so insane that we live in times like this. The PS5 Pro is still a better deal. Is a better deal. This thing, I made a video on it. You should go check it out. The Steam machine barely outperforms, and in some cases does not outperform. It essentially goes toe-to-toe with a base PS5, which is essentially half the price of the Steam machine. I know I went on a Steam machine ramble, and this is not what this video is about, but all of technology right now, especially in gaming and anything to do that needs RAM or storage, the prices are out of control. As a matter of fact, there was another story that Valve, all the RAM manufacturers would go to them and like, here's the price. You don't agree to it, we may never come to you again and offer you like RAM at all. So you either take it or you get nothing, because all of the consumer product companies are not in a position of power. The RAM manufacturers, there's only 3 of them, are in a position of power, and they're hustling consumer companies. They're hustling them because like, oh, all right, you don't want to buy this, I could go make more money selling it to a friggin' AI data center. OpenAI, we'll call NVIDIA. You know, they're just throwing money at us, and they know they're in the higher position when it comes to all this. Well, anyway, for a while it seemed like Xbox was heading in the right direction. Then we heard about a bunch of layoffs with the great Xbox reset. And now, like we feared when Asha Sharma took over as CEO of Xbox, in the beginning, a lot of people were saying that maybe it's like palliative care, where they hired her to dissolve the Xbox brand, at least in its current form. There was some hope at first. There was, but every day that hope seems to get diminished. And it seems like maybe Asha Sharma was hired to dissolve Xbox, because now, no, I'm not kidding, Xbox consoles are getting another price increase. This comes from Kotaku. Every time we have to write that a console's price is increasing, it feels like this has to be the last time, right? Right? Well, no, actually. Xbox has announced that it's increasing the price of Xbox consoles for a third time and is also sunsetting the 2 terabyte model. No kidding, because they would probably have to raise it to $1,000, which is, none of these consoles from Microsoft are worth it at these prices. They weren't worth it the other times they increased them. Now it's like, Microsoft, just stop making Xboxes. Stop making the series consoles. But anyway, this part comes from Xbox themselves. Effective August 1st, 2026, we will be updating. Just say you're increasing the prices. That's a cute way to say it. Updating prices worldwide. The price of Xbox consoles will increase by $100 for 512 gigabyte models and $150 for 1 terabyte models. And we will be sunsetting, like I said, the 2 terabyte one, because you'd be out of your mind to buy any of these, but that one especially. So here is what they're increasing to, and then I'll just let you know what they launched at, the price they launched at in 2020 for shits and giggles. The Xbox Series X, the good old fashioned 1 terabyte with disk drive, that launched for $500 or $499, was increased to $650, and now it is going to cost, starting August 1st, $800. $800 for almost a 6-year-old console. But don't worry, there's a bargain option for you. Just get the one without the disk drive. That launched. That's the digital edition Xbox Series X. That launched for $450. That went up to $600, and now it's going for the affordable price of $750 goddamn dollars. The Series S, okay, launched at $299, $300 in the States. It went up to $400, and now it is going for an eye-watering, you better not buy it or I'm sending a bird to your house that will probably take a dump on your front doorstep, is now going for $500. The 1 terabyte Series S was only $50 more when it first came out than the base Series S. With the extra storage, it was only $50 more to get a terabyte, just to show you how much times have changed, the contrast and how dire things are right now. The 1 terabyte Series S, like I said, $350 it started at, went up to $450. It wasn't worth it then. And now it is nothing more than something that should be thrown in the trash for $600. Now, if you think we're getting a reprieve from this anytime soon, and I would say it's not guaranteed we'll ever get a reprieve from it. In the Xbox Wire post, Microsoft cites the increase in prices for console storage and memory, which have increased 2.5 times since the last price increase in October. That wasn't that long ago. I mean, I know we're in June now and the end of June, but that wasn't that long ago. Continuing, and the company expects it to double once more in the fall of 2027. We're in the summer of 2026. And it's going to get worse. We're still definitely going to be dealing with this, what seems like for at least all of 2027. But don't worry, though. You could finance Microsoft's consoles. They announced that today, too. This comes from Kotaku as well. Because of the price increase, Xbox is announcing a new buy now, pay later service that will allow people to buy Xbox systems through its own stores and break up payments in interest-free installments. Amazon is also offering up to 12-month financing with flexible monthly payments. The company also says it's working with retailers to sell pre-owned systems as well as certified refurbished systems on the Microsoft Store. We also hear that Apple's letting everyone know that they're going to have to increase prices of their products due to how much components cost now. It's just going to get worse. I have been warning for this for a while. I think people in the beginning thought I was just being like doom and gloom. Oh, Rich, you're Mr. Negative because, negative is what gets the views. No, I was. They're not even. They're saying the quiet part out loud. I'm not going to put it again because it's probably annoying. That clip of Jeff Bezos saying that local computing is antiquated. And it's going to be just like electricity, where if you need computing power, you just connect to it. How is your electric bill right now? Oh, it's higher than it should be. It's astronomical. You have other options, right? What is there? Another electric company right down the street, like 10 more, right? Oh, wait, you only have one. So if you don't pay them, no matter what they charge you, you're screwed. You don't think they want to do that with cloud computing, which they all want us to be forced to use? Hey, you have to edit this project. You got to do video editing. You got to do CAD work. Well, yeah, you can't buy a computer for your home anymore. They're too astronomically expensive, but you could sign up for our service. Oh, look. Oh, gee, look what happened. We just doubled the price of our service, our subscription every month. Oh, if you may not be able to afford that. Well, I guess you can't do your job because you can't afford to have a computer in your home. So you're going to have to fork over the money. That's where we're at, man. That's where we're at. And it's just, I know that there's going to be the AI bubble burst because there's a whole scam going on where the money is just circular, and there's already AI data centers that they're being canceled, and there's other projects for AI data centers that are on pause, but that's just a temporary hiccup. We'll see some reprieve then, but even with the reprieve we'll see with memory and component prices, it's kind of like, remember there was the big gas hike back in 2008. Yes, gas prices went back down, but you never saw them below like $2 again, at least where I'm from. It seemed like a bargain because you were used to paying these astronomical prices. So when it went down, yes, it was cheaper, but it was never the same again. And I expect the same thing with RAM, memory, and other computer and tech components. And like I always say, it's even if you're not into gaming and you're just like, oh, Rich, I barely use my phone, but we do need to buy a new fridge, and this smart fridge seems cool. Or we do need to buy a new smart TV. Everything you own that has some kind of computer in it has memory, has some kind of storage, whether it be large or small. So everything, even if you're not a gamer or you don't build PCs or whatever, it's going to affect you. And you're seeing it right now. So even if I don't care about Xbox, I think their consoles suck, or I play more games on my PC, or I play games on my phone, or I don't play games at all. It's coming for you too. They want you, whether it be the software or the hardware, to own nothing so they can keep charging you for every second of your life until you are no longer on this planet. Everyone needs to wake up, man. This is Rich of Review Tech USA signing out. Have a good one.